gems breaking all the bars. Yo, the crowd's feeling it, energy's alive. Spotlight on the tales where the future arrives. Bass in the air, every story's a spark. Late night on bass, we're lighting the dark. Bass night stories on the stage, we vibe. Talk show magic where the chain comes alive. Tokens in the flow, let the legends provide. Late night on bass, we're taking it worldwide.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Late Night on Base. I am your host, your friend, your trench warrior, guider, counselor, Bill the Bull, back at it for another edition of Late Night on Base. Except it's really not late where I'm streaming from. It's literally 1 p.m. in the afternoon, but hey, it's late somewhere, I guess. Anyways, nice to see you guys. It's gonna be a fun little show today. I'm going to say every stream I like to suggest how many numbers we're going to get. I think today 1,200. We're going to get 1,200 live viewers. That is my goal. So if you can, please reshare this with your community so I look cool. You know, I'm not going to lie. That does make me look pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, guys. So Thursday's show is going to be different. Today we're going to be chatting all about the Farcaster ecosystem. So it's cool because like Base just is so innovative. I'm starting to do, or I think hopefully I get chosen, but I'm going to be doing a Zora show, which we just did Tuesday. Shout out to Captain as my my co-host on that one. So I want to explore the Zora ecosystem, some of the top builders, creators in that world. But I'm also doing the same thing for Farcaster / Base App, the mini app developers, what's going on in this decentralized world. And I want to talk to some of the brightest and sharpest people out there. And I already have. I've chatted with a lot of really great people, some of the top builders, and I want to continue to do so. And today we have Tomas. Actually, I didn't realize. Well, first of all, he's from Drawcast. Very amazing dude. Done a lot of cool things. Didn't realize he's a base ambassador, though. Shout out to you, sir, for being that. So we're going to talk all about it. Just a quick look at the markets because that's what I do. If you haven't checked your portfolio, I recommend you don't. I think there's a lot of red, so probably best to avoid the markets. That would be my suggestion to you. Man, that was a crazy, like, you know, last 12 hours. 1 minute we're like super rich, next minute we're back at McDonald's. But hey, it's all good in the hood. I'm really hoping for XRP to just like literally go to the moon. That would be ideal. So if you're listening and you somehow control the price of XR, please send it to the moon for my bags, please. Anyways, bunch of red all around. Yeah, some days it makes sense to just like touch grass. And I think today is one of those touching grasses. So yeah, in addition to Tomas, we have a couple other people joining it as well. I don't know if they are in the audience, and we're going to get him up there. I don't think they are, so we're going to go with Tomas very shortly. But yeah, let's talk Base App, Farcaster. Let's talk Farcaster, why don't we? And before I bring him up, let's show what's the latest, what's going on. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think you guys realize, but your boy has a mini app himself. For those that don't know, hold on. All right, we are going to add the mini app Drawcast, of course, and we're going to get into this a little bit later. 1 second, ladies and gents. I repeat, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. All right. Okay. Back at it. So anyways, back to it. So your boy Late Night on Base has a mini app. If you guys don't know and you guys want to see, you know, some of my latest streams, some daily news, laugh at some of my jokes, or even sponsors slot in my mini app, I got you. It's on Farcaster. It's on the Base app store as well. And look at that. The Farcaster edition is live, so you can share it. Let me see if I could just do that right now. Bill is live. Damn, I love this. And then you can click cast. Like, this is so cool. We're not going to do it because it's overkill. But you can catch up everything that we've done. Yesterday we did stream a quick swap, did the Zoar stuff. So bruv, come on, download it. And if you feel like tipping me, I will not say no. All done through the mini app. So I talk the talk when it comes to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do. But yeah, I guess there's not much else to talk about in the markets. And I think it's time. I think it's time to bring the one. And I see, Base Jimbo on the stage, so we'll get to you later. But I think it's time to bring the one and only Tomas from Drawcast. My friend, how are we doing today, sir?
Hey, thank you. Well, good. Super pumped to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. Where are you from? Where are you based out of? I sense an accent somewhere in the world.
Yeah. Guess the accent.
France.
No, it's a Hungarian accent.
Hungarian. I should have known that because you are the base ambassador for Hungary.
Yeah.
I should have known that. That was a epic fail on my part, but it sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds very sophisticated. So kudos to you. But listen, Tomas, for those that might not know, we have about 250 people already tuned in. Again, my goal is 1,200. Please make me proud. For those that may not know much about you, and if you don't mind, talk to us. Just in a brief sense, or even a deep sense, whatever. Who is Tomas?
Wow, that's a good question. It's like something I ask sometimes about myself. But I would consider myself a builder, a serial builder, because I build so many things, and also like an on-chain dinosaur. Apart from building apps, I also host the local base community meetups here in Hungary. So that's growing really fast. And I'm like really enjoy like not just building, but bringing builders together because we always had so much fun when we build together. So that's kind of me. I'm a marketer and a product guy, not really a developer. The developing apps is something I picked up again in the past year. And previously, I also tried to build many different apps in the Web2 world.
Mm-hmm.
And so not that technical, but I'm kind of technical. With AI, it's much simpler than it was like 6 or 7 years ago.
Well, you're not technical, but you have built some of these amazing apps on Farcaster, right? So I think this is going to be an interesting episode too, because I want to get to know, the ideas of someone who does build these things. And as if you look at your little profile, you're a serial builder. You call yourself Drawcast, Mathcast, Base Year, Base Merchant More, Host, Base Budapest. So you're all in on building it. So let's, before we get into Drawcast, talk to me about what is it about building that interests you so much?
I don't know. It's like creating something from nothing is the way I get in the zone. So when I first started building something, it was my first app was a small app for dog and cat owners. So they were able to check if a given food is good for their pet. And this was the first thing I built, and it was like super bad, like code wise, and it was just awesome whenever I had that. When you do marketing, I used to do marketing, and doing marketing, it takes time to build things up.
Sure.
So you sometimes you don't have that good feedback loop instantly. But when I started building, apart from some roadblocks and blockers, I had like, oh, I was able to change the background. I was so happy. I was able to
Yeah.
change the background when I pushed the button, and these small positive feedback loops just kept me going. And it's just great to see something coming together, and like building something and making something ready is awesome. I really enjoy that. And on top of that, when I see people liking it and engaging with it, like
Mhm.
Drocast is my biggest success so far. It's just an awesome feeling, and it just keeps me going, like because I have users I want to take care of. I want to make sure that they like the game, and I just keep pushing.
Yeah, I mean, now you have a community of people who love your stuff. So let's take a look at your mini app. So Drawcast.
Drocast, yeah.
Yes. Should be on my home screen. Maybe I have too many, but let's type it in for those that don't know. Just go to Farcaster and type it in Drawcast. Boom, right here. and play and unlock rewards. Okay. Guess the drawings, earn points, unlock rewards. All right. So before we do the demo, talk to us. What exactly is Drawcast?
So Drawcast is a fun social drawing game. Basically, you can draw a prompt and you can share it with your friends, and your friends or anyone in the game can guess it. And if someone correctly guesses your drawing, then both of you get points for it. So people earn points, and for earning points, when they earn points, they climb the leaderboard and they can earn prizes. It's really simple. It's like if you know the game like Drawful or Pictionary, it's
Pictionary.
kind of
I
like
was
that.
literally just thinking about Pictionary. So there's a way for people to earn points by guessing the drawing. So you're basically connecting those that are drawing something and those that want to guess.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Interesting. Okay. So let's do live demo. What do you say?
Okay,
All right.
okay, let's do it.
This
So
is
the screen you are and everyone is seeing is the game pool page. It has changed a lot,
okay.
but the main thing is just get into the game. When you click the start button,
Yeah.
then it will show you the first drawing you need to guess. And I
Okay.
really hope that it's not a dick pic.
I think this one looks like one, but I'm going to. So here, so it says make your guess. So where do I guess this?
You need to scroll down a bit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So first of all, quick question. Who's making these drawings? Is it you or is it like people from the community?
People from the community. I'm drawing as well, but not that many because I'm terrible and I'm just misleading my players, my users. So I'm not really drawing.
Interesting. All right. So well, then real quick before I talk about my guess. So how does the operation work? So users will they have this picture and then they'll submit it to you, or do they just post it themselves? How does that
Oh
work?
no, there's like an interface where like a
Uh,
blank canvas where they can draw. We show a prompt and they need to draw that prompt, and when it's done, it's submitted, it enters the game pool, and anyone can pick it up. Like we randomly serve these drawings to the users.
Very cool. Okay. So I guess gun and it says solution water gun. Ooh,
Yeah,
I feel like I should have gotten that. Come on.
yeah, it's more
Give
like
me
a
some
gun, to be honest. Yeah,
right?
some people sometimes are a bit misleading, to be honest.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Well,
that's sometimes a problem.
I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back because I got that one right. All right, so next drawing. Let's see. Ooh, okay. What the hell is this? Wow, that is really bad drawing. What do you think this is?
It could be like a cave.
A cave. I mean, it could be an
Cave.
upside down C. It could be a half-eaten piece of toast.
It could be an elephant from behind. It could be like so many things.
Let's go with a cave. Opening of a cave. Wrong. A paddle.
Okay, okay. I think it was just misleading. Maybe just
Yeah,
go to the next one. Because
yeah.
sometimes
I
it
need to get
happens.
one right. All right. All right.
It's even worse than the previous one.
This is pretty bad. It says hint one word. Oh, so this is the hint that you give.
Yeah. But if you're not sure about this, you can click on the next. There's the next button on like below the
Okay,
submit
next
button.
one.
You can
Let's
go
go
to the
next
next
one.
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go until I find something that I want to get something right on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I mean, this I would hope is a sailboat, but
This is a high quality one. Yeah.
please say I get it right.
But
Come on,
you need
sailboat
to
boat.
check.
You might need to work on these, configurations. Like, hey, if there's that word that they introduced it in the guess, it should count. But anyways,
Yeah. It's actually something people requested to add. I
okay.
haven't gotten into it, but it's on the horizon, so it's coming.
Gotcha. All right. So you do these guesses. So let's look at everything. And then obviously you can share on Farcaster, which is awesome. Here's a new drawing. Can you solve it? That's awesome. So, I don't know if you noticed on my intro, I also have a mini app as well, but mine's just straight up like about my media. But the share function, I think, is what really separates Farcaster from other stuff because you can now share things on your app to the world. And so it creates this like game loop of people
Yeah,
showing
absolutely.
interest. So, okay, let's see. You have the share on Farcaster. You have all these like likes and stuff, and then talk to us about like okay, let me ask you this. What mechanism? So you have this ability for people to guess and very cute, and people um get probably like everyday uh points or something, but what is it in your opinion that makes this mini app Drawcast so popular and gets people to come back day in and day out?
Yeah. I think there are multiple things because I'm talking to users actually, so those are not assumptions. I talk to the power users and trying to figure out, what's bringing them back, so I can refine the app so more people can come back or like incentivize to come back. So yeah, different users, different use cases, but mostly people. The it's interesting because the most valuable part of the app is the guessing part.
Mm.
That because when you guess correctly, then you get this feedback loop that okay, I got it right. Let's see the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and just people just keep going, and they are in the loop, and um, they they have that success early on, and also they unlock levels, badges quite early when they start, and the fact that they can earn points and then climb the leaderboard and the top like 10 users earn prizes,
Mm-hmm.
so there is like a huge prize pool every week they can earn from. That's also like a motivating factor for some people. Some people come back because they enjoy drawing. I have a power like multiple power users, but one of them is he's just drawing. He's not guessing. He's just drawing, and some users are putting in serious hours per day to play this. So it's just crazy how people get hooked and play with it.
Well, I will say, so actually another thing that I do on the side is I run an NFT project called Topies, and we're trying to we're creating some sort of mini app as well. One of the first on the NFT side of things. So I'm like dabbling a lot into like ideas with the mini app, and I will say two things that stand out to me about any good mini app, and yours included. Number one, and for those listening trying to create one, I highly recommend introducing such features. The ability to have a leaderboard is massive. This leaderboard is so cool. People want to see them, and it's just like the competitive nature, competitive spirit. Do you agree that Tomas, that like people like to see their name on leaderboards, and that creates that like inner competition to keep returning so they remain on top?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know like how leaderboards work or impact people outside of crypto, but here in the mini app ecosystem, if you have a leaderboard, you almost won. It's
Yeah.
just yeah, people really like leaderboards and they keep checking it so many times. So it's really like resource intense because they check leaderboard all the time because of their points. Um, yeah, so it's something that users here in the on-chain economy really like.
Yeah, and that's going to keep them coming. So I highly recommend if you do build a mini app, have some sort of leaderboard. And the other thing that I really like, well, there's two things. Actually, I like your mini app a lot, by the way. So having this like daily profile is great. People like to see their achievements, their accomplishments, their rank. I think that's super cool. Quick question: how many people have upgraded to premium? Do you see like is that the only way to monetize this?
So currently this is the only way. I haven't really focused on the monetization part because I wanted to nail the core game mechanism first and then focus on monetization later. Still
Mm.
not really focusing on that. But I don't really have the data how many people upgraded, but around like the app earns like $30 or $40 per month from like premium upgrades.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
So
likely 5 to 10 people who upgrade.
yeah. Well, I think it's a wise decision to just focus on the core aspects of the gameplay and create that loop because monetization can come later, right? And you're not doing this for the money
Yeah.
right now. But if you build something that's really good, especially on Farcaster, it's so new, the base app. Quick question: this is integrated in the base app as well, right?
Yeah, it's available there as well. Yeah.
And what section can we find it in? Games?
Art.
Ooh, what rank are you?
Uh, I think like seventh or fifth.
I only speak to top 10 developers. Let's go. You got it.
Whew. Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. That's good. That's good. So I think the base app too. Actually, let me ask you this: How excited are you about the base app? As a mini app developer on Farcaster, base is going to take it's integrated into both. If you make a Farcaster mini app and all that, what are your thoughts on base
Yeah,
app?
yeah.
And
I'm.
how do
I'm.
you feel? And how do you feel it's going to help Drawcast?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for builders to leverage the base app. I'm super excited. I'm pushing like every builder friend to build a mini app
Hmm.
because it's not just because of the Farcaster ecosystem, it's because of the base app. And I think the base app is actually the app store moment of on-chain apps where you can get in early and you can establish yourself and your apps in a good way, and you can easily rank well. If you have a good app, you can rank well at the top in your selected category, so that can give you some advantage. And also the base team is super helpful, making sure that your app is working. They provide grants and any kind of support to get you started.
Yeah,
So I think it's a huge opportunity, and we don't know how big the ecosystem will be, but I'm 100% betting on it that it's gonna be huge. So I want to be here.
I think you made the right bet. I was invited to go to the day one event in LA, and 1.5 million people tuned into the live stream. The energy was just insanely electric, and like how much mindshare they're putting behind the base app. It's too big to fail. Like they're not going to allow it to fail. Like they done everything. You have Brian Armstrong shilling it on major podcasts out in the real world. And so with Coinbase's resources, and Base is incubated by Coinbase, I think we're moving to a tipping economy, and I think Base app is going to be that segue to get people from the normal world, quote unquote, to crypto. One last thing I do like about your app that I think is unique, and I wanted to point it out. Also, challenge is cool. I love the ability to earn. Now, for those that aren't aware, Gary V at the base app or the base event day one, he was the main speaker along with two other people on a panel, and he said to everybody, "We're moving to a world where it's now the tipping economy. Platforms that can allow users to make, even if it's small amounts, is going to be the winner. No longer is Web2 going to monetize you as a consumer. You're going to monetize your own stuff. That's why things like Zora is starting to take off. I like the ability. I like the fact that you, and I want to know your thoughts as to why you did this. But for me, seeing that you can earn rewards and prizes and being able to get tipped, I think tip is critically important in a Farcaster mini app because there's an integrated wallet. So, as you say here, share your active drawings on Farcaster, receive tips from the community. That's amazing because you have people all around the world that, for them, $10 is a lot of money and can change their lives. That's food for the month, right? And you now have people
Yeah.
around the world who can tip them and make them feel good about their work. You don't have that in the Web2 world. So let me ask you this, Tomas, and I'll leave it with this question. What is it? What caused you to put this earn function on your app, and why do you think it's important that users monetize their content?
Yeah, yeah, it's because the fact that we are building a whole ecosystem because we want the content creators to be able to monetize their content, right?
Yeah.
So I consider players who draw anything, they are content creators as well because they draw something, and with that they make the game make the game great or not that great depending on what they draw. But and I wanted to give them the an easy way to monetize their drawing in different ways. So tipping is one thing that's kind of also strengthens the core loop of the app because I want people to share their drawings so they bring in more people. So that's kind of
Mhm.
like how the app is growing right now. So it's kind of like an additional incentive apart from getting extra points for new entries. and also they can coin their drawings using the rewards tab. So if you open that, but you don't have any drawings, but on that tab we display your drawings, and you can just coin it with one click, and it's coined on Zora,
Wow.
so it became tradable. So you can also earn creator rewards there as well, which is
Wow.
I think
That's
awesome.
so you create some drawing and then you can instantly click it and it goes automatically to Zora. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. If there is no error in the app, but sometimes it's failing, but
Well, I like it. So, Tomas, we got to wrap things up. But any last words? We have over 765 people tuning in.
oh,
Again,
awesome.
1,200 people is what I expect by the end of this episode. Any last words, man, for you and for Drawcast?
Yeah, I would say I would inspire like everyone to build a mini app or build any kind of app. Just get started. Build something really simple, something silly. Don't try to build like a CRM system or something like that. Something really simple, something really stupid, just to get you started. So you get some early successes, and then you can build more complex things as you learn more. So get started. There are gonna be roadblocks, and sometimes it feels like a torture, but you just need to push through, and there's always like a good day ahead. So just keep pushing.
Keep pushing indeed, Tomas. Thanks for coming on the stream, man.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure. We will make sure to make this into a podcast as well, and we'll put it on chain, on pods. Also, clip it up, put it on Zora. Speaking of Zora, so if you guys haven't done so already, please check out Drawcast. We got to do this again sometime. I'm looking forward to the next update, and maybe I'll start creating a picture. You know what? I'll try to create one. Some of it's not that good, but hey, it can't be worse than what I saw earlier. So I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
All right, my friend. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. See you.
All right, that was Tomas from Drawcast. Really, really cool. I just like mini apps, man. I mean, it's just this is the new wave. Like, I love the fact that you can help people, inspire people. I mean, with Toby's, for people that don't know, Toby's has something similar, not similar, but like we have something called Toby Tales. Same type of format, home play, get Toby, base Topia. But I feel like we're not giving people creative incentive to do much. To play, it's just like, hey, input like some adjectives and you come up with a story. Yeah, not bad. But we want people to like play. But the whole theory is just have fun and do things. Tomas is definitely onto something, and I'm excited to see where it goes with him. And I'm happy that we had him on. But yes, that was Tomas. I think next though, we got someone a little different, and that's Hydrex. Hold on, let me share this. And we got Base Jimbo. And we're going to bring him on in 3, 2, 1. Let's repeat again. 3, 2, 1. Base Jimbo.
There we go. Hey, Bill. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Welcome to the show. How are we doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me. Really excited to go over Hydrex.
Dude, let's do it, man. I mean, it's funny. Like, I've heard about you guys, and it's always cool to just talk. Like, I like to talk to all sorts of people, things in DeFi, NFTs. For some reason, yours really interests me. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not even gonna like throw a package deal. Like, let's come on the show. I just want you to come on the show, free of charge. And I just want to chat with you and get to know all about Basis, frictionless liquidity hub. So, but before we get that way, let's just start with the basics. Base Jimbo, to the over 850 people tuning in right now. Many of them don't know what Hydrex is. So if you don't mind, tell us, what is Hydrex?
For sure. So to put it simply, Hydrex, we're a B33 DEX that's being built on Base for Base. So we incorporate all of Base's best features. We already have incorporated flash blocks. We just put sub accounts in last week. We were one of the first projects to do that. We had a post that was Base promoted it, just showing how the sub accounts flow works. And we're also fully compatible in a mini app, both on Farcaster and the Base app. And we're just really building a DEX that shows off all what Base can do and to give back to the Base community. So with Hydrex, a lot of people, the first question they have is, does base really need another Dex? We already have Aerodrome, we already have Uniswap. But basically what we're aiming to do is to fill the gaps that these larger dexes have on base, especially as base keeps growing and aims to bring on the next billion users. There's definitely a lot that can be done in terms of the dex space. And happy to get into that as we go on, but that's kind of the overall elevator pitch of Hydrex.
I like it. I like it. And we're going to be checking out the mini app as well, because that's what the show's all about, getting builders to build cool stuff on either Farcaster or the base app or both. So we'll kind of take a look at it, as well as, your guys' thoughts. Want to give a shout out to the homie, AZ Flynn. Hello, Sensei. And if you ever want to come on, AZ, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so let's dive into Hydrex. So first of all, let me ask you this. Where did this idea come from to even build this?
Yeah, so a lot of our team, we have a pretty big history in DeFi and working on some other decentralized exchanges, and definitely just saw that there was a lot on base that could be improved. We've worked on base for the past year ourselves on various different projects. Part of our team we work on, it's one of the most popular games on base called Tokimon. And just by doing that and working with other projects, we work with Topies. It was fun to work with you guys and get that added into Tokimon. But we just saw from talking with projects, there was a lot of need, especially on the liquidity side, in terms of support and incentives that just wouldn't get done, especially for more like mid-tier projects that are more medium in size. It seems like a lot of decentralized exchanges only cater to really large projects. But we really wanted to grow the base ecosystem. And that's where this idea of Hydrex came about. And as you can see there, that's some of our accomplishments of what we've done with incorporating everything on base. Yeah, and I can get into it if you'd like, but there's a few key ways that we've really set ourselves apart, especially as we get closer to our project launch.
Please do. Tell us.
Sure. So the first thing, we're an omni liquidity DEX. So what that means is, when you have a typical B33 DEX, such as Aerodrome, when you go to create a liquidity pool for incentives, you can only use Aerodrome liquidity, which makes sense. With the DEX, you want to incentivize your own liquidity, and we definitely have our own Hydrex LPs, but we can also create incentivized LPs for any liquidity source. So if you have a Uni LP, we can give you incentives on top of that without having you have to move your liquidity to a whole new DEX. And this can work with any liquidity provider, which is a really cool thing that most DEXs don't do. It just gives flexibility as people come to Hydrex, and if they want to use another DEX on base, they can. And just a way that we give flexibility. And the second thing we do is in terms of accessibility. So I don't know if you've ever used a V33 DEX, but they don't always have the best UI or UX. They can be very DeFi heavy, to where you almost have to be, like a multi-year veteran to really know what's going on and take advantage, especially when it comes to the weekly rewards and the epochs on how the fees get put out to users. But we've really put a lot of effort into our UI and UX to make it so everyone can come in, especially being on base. With the base app, we're bringing on the next wave of users who have never used a DeFi product before. And we want to make sure they can take full advantage of that B33 flywheel and earn, and also understand what's going on. So with that, we're working on it now, but we'll have a teaser out in the next couple of days on our simple mode, which will be live when the project launches. And it's going to be a way for users to come in and understand the different opportunities they can have within a DEX. And also we'll have a full AI agent in our app that can help guide them onto different, risk appetites, as well as different positions they can get in to earn.
Wow. I mean, you guys, this is the definition of COOKING, cooking in the lab. Man, there's a lot to unpack. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. I think DeFi sometimes scares some people because, especially as you're saying, certain things with V3 or whatever, if it's too difficult to comprehend, you're missing most people won't understand it unless you're a DeFi head. So creating something that's easy and understandable for everyone to use is literally the name of the game, because that's who the core user is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So let's talk Farcaster. So obviously you have this site, very well done. Talk to us about why make a mini app on Farcaster. And for those that don't know, the mini app is here. Hydrix.
There we
Talk
go.
to us. What was the thought process behind Farcaster integration?
Yeah, so our team, we worked with Farcaster mini apps for many months. Ever since it first came about, we'd noticed, this is how crypto in general is going to go. And it makes a lot of sense too, that where you can access the app from your social media source itself. You don't have to go to a whole new app. Makes it easy for people to get in as well as to play around with things. And especially with how Base is moving to the Base app, just mini apps are the way of the future, especially as new users come on chain. We want to make sure they can get in and get all the earning benefits of Hydrex. So that was our main reasoning behind Farcaster. And we actually have some features right now that can only be accessed by Farcaster
Oh,
users.
I need to see this.
I'm
Tell
excited
us.
to
Show
go
us.
into.
Let's do it. Let's chat. What's the key? Our SIM user, and I want to mess around with Hydrix, but I want to do something that you can't do on the desktop site. What are we looking at? The leaderboard?
So it's actually under, if you go to Earn, I'll show you.
Earn.
So we're currently, our protocol is set to go live mid-September. We'll have a concrete date in the next few weeks, but we're essentially in what we call our base drop campaign. So we have our protocol mining live, but it's not any type of airdrop. Our whole motto is stop farming airdrops, start owning protocols. So what this, users can come in to provide liquidity to earn hydro points. And what these you earn are B token, which is BHYDX at the end of the base drop. And this gives you permanent earning and voting power within Hydrex. So we're rewarding users in the base community with permanent protocol power. So we do this both by staking liquidity, and then if you go to badges, this is where Farcaster users, sorry, it's at the top there.
Oh, top.
Scroll up.
Let's see. Where's badges?
Oh, sorry, if you go back to earn,
Uh-huh.
and then right there in the middle,
Badges. Okay.
badges. So these, we specifically reward users on their base activity. And so these they can mint to get more allocation of that V token. So yeah, we had one for the base app. Those went quick. People were really wanting to coin content on base app and get in there. But if you scroll down, there's Farcaster specific badges that you can only get with the Farcaster account.
Ah.
Keep going. They're the purple ones.
Oh, you have Cat Town. Shout out to the Cat Town team.
Yeah, we love Cat Town. We have a Kibble ETH pool as well in our base drop. But here, if you scroll up, you just went past a couple. We have a lot of integrations with all types of base projects, over 40. But there was one you just passed, the purple app.
Which one?
Go down.
This one, purple
right there.
app. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's for people using the mini app. With these, we do have hydro point thresholds on them just to prevent any type of civil botting. But these are very small allocations you can get with just a few dollars in the base drop. But with this, we really want to make it so that everyone on base can have a chance to permanently own the protocol of Hydrex as we decentralize, and we want to. That's really a core part of how we are. That we want the base ecosystem to really own and help drive Hydrex.
And what are your thoughts? Are you also on the base app too? I assume integrated as well in both.
Yeah, we were actually on the base app from day one. It was cool. If you saw during their day one presentation, you can see the Hydrex logo on their presentation screen. We had a screenshot of it on our X.
Very cool. And so what are your thoughts going forward with, what are your thoughts on the base app in terms of distribution, or what excites you the most about putting Hydrex on the base app?
Yeah, it's really cool to see the flow of going straight from Coinbase to the base app, because I think, I'm sure you have it too, but I have a lot of friends who they know crypto and even own some, but they don't know anything about like DeFi or what it means to be on chain. They just, a lot of them do use Coinbase and they just own a little bit of like XRP or ETH. But I think having the base app and being able to show users and just have that that user flow of going from being on Coinbase to going into the base app is going to be the next wave of people coming on chain. And we're really excited to help, be one of the first innovators in that space, and also an innovator within the B33 flywheel, which is really powerful as users can come in and earn different tokens and do a lot of things. So we're really excited to be spearheading that.
That's very, very cool. And before we kind of wrap things up, talk to us about the launch in, you said when? September?
Yeah, it's mid-September. So the live protocol, we're doing our final revisions on the audit. The current base drop is just forked and battle tested code, which we have in our docs you can look at. But we'll have some novel strategies on the live protocol, which we're really excited for, that allow us to differentiate even further from other V33 protocols. So we'll have some teasers on that too once we get closer. But the devs are really cooking, both from a smart contract perspective and a UX perspective. So I'm really excited to get it in the hands of users.
That sounds very cool. So we have about 980 people. Jimbo, any last words that you have about Hydrix to the community?
Yeah, just I hope everyone can come be a part of the base drop, get some permanent protocol owning power, and make sure to mint your badges, stack your hydro points, and we're excited for the launch coming up.
Jimbo, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Everyone, that was Jimbo from Hydrex. Again, we will be having this as well as a podcast put on chain, on pods. Split up as well into a clip into Zora. Why? Because your boy has a Zora coin, 60K market cap. I'm a big deal. I am a big deal. Nah, but kidding. I don't really care about the price of it. I just want to just experiment. So I think my Zora page will just be about, the creators I put up on the site or doing a stream. And we just put it up there and we just, put it out for the world. So stay tuned for that. I think this was a good show. I think the show, like I said, once a week, it's all about Farcaster, base apps, and just basically showcasing the cool stuff that's being put in this new realm that we call the on-chain economy. And I think it doesn't get enough attention. I really don't. Like I said, the ability to change people's lives, tipping economy, tipping mechanisms, value your content, opening it up to the whole world. That's literally the base way. And that's where everything is. I make a prediction, the people that are, especially on the base app, the strong users of today, the full-time users of today, 2 years from now are going to be huge. I expect to be huge on that as well because I'm putting in a lot of emphasis on it. It just makes sense. It's pre-YouTube, before YouTube happened. I'm not going to bet against Brian Armstrong. No. I will not be betting against him. If he thinks it's going to be good, I'm in. And so, yeah, anyways, guys, we'll be doing this once a week. I think I might be getting a new studio, TLDR, some alpha. I might be stepping up my game after On-Chain Summit. If you guys are around in San Francisco next year or next week, On-Chain Summit is the #1 conference of the base ecosystem. Highly recommend you go there. It's such a cool vibe. Tickets are still on sale, payingdimes.com. All top communities, top memes, top people like Jesse will be there, other core base team members. Just highly recommend that. But yeah, when I get back, I think we're gonna go lab and cook into a little better studio, so your boy can be like, "Yo, I look good," and stream in a good place. Anyways, guys, 981 people. We didn't reach our 1,200 goal, but hey, it's all good. Hopefully, someone learned something. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. I am your friend Bill. We will catch you next week. I don't do shows on Fridays because I have a life.